Hey guys, and welcome to this video. Thank you so much for joining me. It's the end of July and today I'm going to be sharing with you the best luxury beauty releases so far. These are going to be products that I've tried, tested, I love, and all of the products that were released until now. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm actually going to switch the camera so that you can have a look at the products. I want to show you close-ups of the products and I want to show you swatches as I'm talking, because some of these products were very limited and are already sold out, but some of the products are still available and I want you to be able to see them up close and decide for yourself whether you want to add them to your collection or not. I've tried a lot of luxury products and I'm very excited for some of the luxury releases this year. There were products that really stand out to me. So my approach to this video is going to be, I'm going to show you all of the products that I keep using, because I tend to buy more than I actually use. I tend to buy some products only for review purposes, and then most of the products that I buy, I don't really use them on a daily basis. So I'm going to show you, in this video, I want to show you only the best of the best, only the products that I reach for even when I'm not filming a video, the products that I want to use in my daily life, and the products that really stand out to me, the ones that I think are absolutely worth the splurge. And I'm only going to be including the new releases of 2022. So let's go ahead and get started. If you're new here and you love luxury beauty, please take a moment to subscribe. I would love to have you here. If you're returning, welcome back, dear friends. I want to ask all of you to share with me in the comments below, what are your favorite releases? What are the products that you can't put down? Something that was released this year. Okay, so I just switched the camera so that you can focus on the products and not on my face. I think that it's going to be more useful to actually see the products. Now, when it comes to complexion, I believe that I tried a few foundations, but the only one that deserves to be in this video is the new Numero 1 de Chanel foundation. This one is really beautiful, nourishing foundation. It has some skincare benefits, and I believe that I'm actually halfway through this foundation because I have been using it a lot since it launched and since I first purchased this foundation. It has a creamy, nice consistency. I'm wearing the shade B10. I'm just going to squeeze a little bit and you're going to see me actually wearing this foundation in most of my videos. It doesn't emphasize pores, fine lines. It has a dewy finish, so I would not recommend it for people who have oily skin in the summer, but it's a really beautiful product, a beautiful creation from Chanel. Next, my favorite concealer is one that actually received a lot of mixed reviews. However, I really love the new Dior Backstage concealer. I think that it's a fantastic concealer for those of you who are suffering from severe dark circles. So I believe that a lot of people were disappointed with this concealer because now I suppose that a lot of people were expecting this very light liquidy consistency similar to the one of the Backstage foundation. This one is actually a high coverage concealer. A little goes a long way. It has a thick consistency. You can see that it has a brush. So this is a face and body concealer. I find that a little goes a long way with this concealer. I'm not really sure. Well, this is actually made to be used by professionals and it has 11 ml, but like seriously with this concealer, just the tiniest dot goes a long way. And I find that I actually like to mix it with a little bit of my foundation because it's really high coverage concealer, but there is nothing better when it comes to dark circles. You can see that I leave immediately. It becomes a little bit dirty, but you can very easily wipe that. So this is definitely my number one concealer so far from the new releases. Next, we're moving on to blushes, and these are my favorite blush releases so far. So we have the Water Fresh Tint from Chanel, which is a product that, again, it received a lot of mixed reviews. I'm going to show you the color that I currently have, and another one is on the way. So the first one that I purchased is light peach and I absolutely love the color. Now this one received mixed reviews and you just have to know what to expect with this blush, and you have to make sure to break the bubbles before applying it to your face. So I like to use it with one of my Refera brushes. I'm going to link it in the description box next to the blush because this is the only brush that works with this blush. With this blush, I believe that it's very important to choose the right tools, to choose the right brush, because I have one brush from Refra that works perfectly with this Water Fresh blush. So you have to make sure to break the bubbles first on the back of your hand before applying the product onto your cheeks. But I find myself using this one actually very often, every single day, when I want just a little bit of healthy glow on my cheeks. And even when I'm not wearing foundation, it's just this kind of a pick-me-up product. I like to apply it even when I'm not wearing foundation, because just it adds a very, very incredibly healthy look on my cheeks. I adore this blush, and that's why I purchased another shade, and probably I'm going to pick one more in the future. Next come the new CC blushes from by Terry. I really love these two. So there are two colors available. I'm going to show you how they come. I also have a video, and I believe that these actually ended up in my favorites videos. So this one is the Rosy Flash, and I really love. They are very effortless, and it's very easy to apply them with fingertips. Now, okay, the next one is a little bit more like a beige bronzy shade, and this is Sunny Flash. I absolutely love both of these blushes. I think that they look beautiful on the skin. And then the next favorite, this one is the most long lasting. And then the last favorite that I have is from Florasis. Now this one is the most long lasting. So this one lasts more than 12 hours. It is incredibly long lasting. A little goes a long way. And this is actually a cream blush, but once you start applying it on the skin, it transforms into powder and it blurs so beautifully. And this color is my favorite because it's just a light, lovely, peachy color, and I only need a little bit. So this one, actually, I have a full review of this blush. I adore this blush. You can see that there is a little dent here because I use it quite often. It's really, really beautiful. And they have more colors from these blushes, but this one is just so beautiful, so perfect on me. You can see how it looks. And if you actually watch my dedicated video, you're going to see also how this blush looks in natural light, and how, because right now we are in my studio and we have some studio lights that mimic natural daylight. The compact is very small, very cute, and you can easily put this in your handbag. That's what I like to do. And this blush, in the beginning of the summer, this blush actually traveled quite a lot with me. So it's probably like my number one really, really effortless blush. It feels very interesting because right now when I touch it, it's not wet. It just has a powder-like finish. Now we are moving on to bronzers, and once again, guys, keep in mind that right now I'm in my studio and we don't have the best natural light. We have studio lights. So if you want to see these products in natural light, be sure to watch my reviews. Now, these are the 4 favorite bronzers so far. I am going to start with probably my number one, my most used one, and this is from Chanel. This is the Chanel Oversized Healthy Glow Powder. For sure, you've heard me talking about this powder so many times. It's blurring, it's beautiful. I'm wearing the shade Sunlight Light. And it doesn't swatch that beautifully on my arm. Keep in mind that also my arm is not moisturized right now, so it doesn't swatch that beautifully on my arm, but on my face it looks absolutely gorgeous. I like to use it a little bit like a blush slash bronzer, and this is my most used bronzer for this summer. I also like the new shade of the cream bronzer that Chanel released. So this one is 392 Soleil Tan Medium Bronze. There are some hairs inside from brushes. Anyways, we're going to ignore that. But this bronzer is so buttery, beautiful. Now, both of the Chanel bronzers, I can use them, and actually all 4 bronzers that you are seeing here, I can use them even without foundation, just to add a little bit of warmth to my skin. So this is the cream bronzer from Chanel. It doesn't look orangey on my skin. You can see it in a lot of my videos, and I absolutely love how it glides onto the skin. It's so buttery, soft, beautiful. And then we have the 2 Guerlain bronzers. These are absolute favorites. I absolutely love them. Now, I believe that this, the Blooming Bee bronzer was probably exclusive to Europe. I didn't see it in the US. It has a little bit of blush in the middle. It's such a beautiful bronzer. I'm just going to go ahead and, swatch it right here. And here I'm going to swatch next to it the bronzer in Terracotta Light. So all of these bronzers look absolutely gorgeous on the skin. We are moving on to eyeshadows, and I have 3 very special eyeshadow palettes that I love. I'm going to start with the mono eyeshadow. This one is from Sisley, and you've seen it in some of my recent videos. This is number 2. I absolutely love this cream eyeshadow from Sisley. It's not glittery. It's just a very quick, easy one and done eye color. Then we are moving on to a very special eyeshadow palette. I really love this creation from Pat McGrath. This is the Bridgerton 2 collection. I adore the packaging. I just wanted to show you the packaging first. Okay, so you can see that it's loved, it's used, and my absolute favorite color is the mint green shade right here. I love all of the colors, but the mint green is definitely my number 1. I just want to go ahead and swatch it. So you have the typical for Pat McGrath. You can see what a beautiful intense pigmentation we have. I'm just going to go ahead and swatch also the other colors. This one, this rosy shade, again, one of my favorites. Now, again, I absolutely adore this shade. This color here, so pretty. Just reminds me a beautiful summer sunset. So these are all colors that can be used as gorgeous one and done colors. And here we have the special shade with the bee. Look at this beauty. I think that this is a very extraordinary palette, and I usually use actually these colors, the ones that you see here. I use them as one and done eye colors, and I am very, very happy with the quality. Now let me go ahead and quickly swatch also the 2 matte colors. Okay, and this one I actually use also on my cheeks as a light blush. It works beautifully. It just gives me a very fresh complexion. So way to go, Pat McGrath. This one is true gem in my collection. And then the other eyeshadow palette, I suppose that this is not going to be a surprise for anyone who has been following me. This is the Mediterranean eyeshadow palette from Chanel. The colors are beautiful, gorgeous neutral shades. I have been using this palette all the time, and this is my favorite color. Actually, all of these are my favorite colors. This is how it swatches. And if you want to see, again, swatches in natural light, I have, I believe, a few videos where I feature this palette. I absolutely love, love, love this color here. Actually, I wish this was a permanent palette because I would definitely want to repurchase this palette. Sadly, these beautiful creations from Chanel are limited. Next, we're moving on to my favorite lip balms, and these are actually my favorite lip balms that were released. So first of all, I want to start with my number 1 probably. This is the Chanel Rouge Cocoa Balm, and this one, some of you guys say that it's a little bit drying on the lips. It's not your typical lip balm. It's definitely not very emollient. So this one, it could possibly feel a little bit dry on the lips if you have very dry lips. I'm just going to swatch it here, but for me, it gives me such a healthy flush on the lips. And this lip balm actually can be used as a blush as well. I like to use it as a blush. At least that's how I like to use it. So I have a video where I used this on my cheeks as well. I'm going to link to this video in case you want to see another way to use it. Next comes one of the new Guerlain lip balms. This is the Kiss Kiss Bee Glow Balms, and this is Fuchsia Glow. So I have been wearing this lip balm the whole spring. This was my most used color, most used lip balm in the spring, and this is the most used lip balm in the summer. I like to use this one in the summer because it's not as emollient, it's not as shiny, it just gives a very healthy look on my lips. And then my other favorite is from Dior. This is the Nude Lip Balm. I'm going to swatch it here. So if you build up the color, it's almost like a lovely nude lipstick. I adore this color. I adore this lip balm. Definitely a product that I'm going to repurchase once I finish it. Next, we're moving on to lipsticks, and I want to start with my perfect nude color. This is probably the #1 nude color that I have, or that I've ever had. It just looks so beautiful on my lips. Again, this is part of the Bridgerton collection, and this is in Nude Romantique. I'm going to swatch it here. But this color is such a perfect, cool toned, pinkish nude color. Now it's getting a little bit dark outside, so I don't have the best lighting apparently, but this is a beautiful color here. Next, moving on to one of my most worn colors. This one is one of the Rouge Extrait from Chanel, and it's actually the beige color. Let me go ahead and see the color. So this is 812. I love this. Is more like a this is more like a beige nude color with a little bit of peachy undertones. I absolutely love this color, and I have been wearing it so much. I actually have a few of these lipsticks, but this one is definitely my #1. Then moving on to another beautiful beige nude color. This is Beige Oblique from Dior. I'm going to go ahead and swatch it here. So this one is a little bit more sheer, as you probably notice. I need some time to build up the color, but it looks so beautiful on the lips. And if you want to see, I actually have a lot of swatches of these lipsticks. I'm going to have a link to my video if you're interested in this formulation in particular. I believe that I have 17 or 18 swatches in a dedicated video. Everything is in natural light, filmed in natural light. Then moving on to another favorite lipstick, and this one is from Sisley. It's #20, and this is the most beautiful and my favorite actually, light pink color. I'm going to swatch it here. You can see that it's a very pretty, lovely pink color. Next, we're moving on to a gorgeous lipstick from Floris's. Now, this is actually a porcelain lipstick. The whole case here is porcelain, which makes it incredibly luxurious and beautiful. You just have to be able to see this in person. It's wavy, it's gorgeous, and I absolutely love the details of these lipsticks. They are so detailed that literally a lipstick tells a story, and this one is actually has a velvet finish. The Floris's lipsticks have a velvet finish and can be used very successfully as blushes as well. So the shade of this one is M304. Everything is going to be in the description box, of course. And then last, I'm not really sure if this is a new release, but it's new to me, and I absolutely adore this Hermes lipstick. This one is #21, Rose Épicée, and it's a gorgeous nude rosy color that I believe is going to suit a lot of different skin tones. The feel of the lipstick is absolutely gorgeous, and I believe that this is actually not a new release, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not sure if this was released in 2022 or 2021. Still, I purchased this one this year, a few months ago, and for me it's quite new and I really like it, so that's why I wanted to share it with you. So these were all of my favorite releases of 2022 so far. I can't wait to see what's coming next. We're going to have some very exciting launches this fall season, including the Chanel Tweed palettes, which I believe that all Chanel lovers are expecting. We're going to have new foundation from Clé de Peau, which is going to be quite a high-tech foundation. I'm excited about this one as well. Also, Dior are going to have interesting makeup collection. Guerlain are going very strong with their releases lately, since Violette is the creative and makeup director of Guerlain. I think that she's creating amazing products, so I'm really excited to see what's coming next. Thank you so much for joining me in this video, spending time with me. It really means so much to me. I know how precious time is, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.